What's going on, guys? Today we're taking a look at a CPU cooler from Enermax. It is their ETS-T40 white cluster. So let's just go ahead and take a look. Taking a look at the box here, it has a picture of the cooler on the front, so you can kind of get an idea what it's going to look like when it's in your system. Of course, it lets us know this is the ETS-T40 white cluster. Lets us know that it has support for the 200 watt TDP, so that's pretty much any processor that's out there. And it lets us know there's support for both AMD and Intel processors, and it's pretty much everything across the board, including socket 2011 for Intel. We do have a full list of specifications, which I'm going to try to show you here. Let you guys take a look at that. Of course, all this is going to be in our actual review. And then it goes over some of the main features on this side. Sorry, we do have that glare right there from our lights in here. But it goes over everything, so if you are at the store, you can go ahead and get a really good idea of what you're buying before you buy it, of course. And I'll go ahead and open this up and see what all we have inside. I can get this open here. Pretty cool. It actually says white cluster on there. And if we open it up, we're going to try to get our accessories out. So all of our accessories actually come in one bag, which I actually kind of like. Although not everything is labeled, but let me get the instructions out. I like to take a look at these because CPU coolers can be a little bit hard to install here. And looking at the instructions, everything, there's a lot of pictures, which I do like. It's, again, with this glare, it's kind of hard to see, but lots of pictures in here, so it should be pretty easy to get this installed. I hate when I get CPU coolers and they don't have pictures because some things just don't look right and you're not really sure. Pictures, of course, help. So we have all that. And one other thing I want to get out of here, this does come with Enermax's own thermal paste, which I'm going to try to get out. It is... Let's see what we have. I think it's just plain old Enermax. It is their TC-5121. Kind of hard to see that. But that comes with it. Of course, if you want to use your own thermal paste, you can, but it does come included, like with most CPU coolers. Now let's actually get the cooler out of the box here. And it does come with a fan attached, as you can see. And if you're guessing, you should be able to guess already why they do call this the white cluster here. And again, it's kind of hard to see because we are on a white background and the entire CPU cooler is white, which is pretty awesome. You know, a lot of people have been doing builds with, say, like, you know, a white graphics card and white motherboard, and you know, this will of course complement that if you want to go the air cooling route. It just looks awesome. It's going to look awesome in your system. Just having a white cooler, something different, something you normally don't see. Of course, we usually see copper or nickel-plated copper or aluminum. So with this, they of course painted that, and it just looks really, really awesome. So looking at the front, we do have our cooling fan here, and this, I believe, yeah, this actually lights up with white LEDs as well. So again, it's going to look really awesome in your system. Now, it's held into place by just these little clips here, so it's easily removable if you want to add a different fan. And I assume that you can add a second one on the back. It's not included, but if you want to, you can add a second fan on the back. We can see our heatsink stack here, of course, aluminum heatsink. And then we have, looks like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 copper heat pipes, although they're not the largest ones that I've seen. Again, I know this is really hard to see for you guys. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're in a U shape because this is a tower heatsink. So they come up and, of course, dissipate all that heat up into the heatsink, and then your fan, of course, is going to help cool everything off. Looking at the base here, we have a direct touch. If I can get this off for you guys. So what that means, you can see that, is the heat pipes actually make direct contact with the CPU. So we've done a bunch of different tests, and many people do believe that the direct touch has a much better cooling capacity than having a CPU base. Of course, there's people go back and forth on it, but this is what Enermax is using here. So the heat pipes are actually going to make direct contact with your CPU for better cooling. But this is actually a really cool CPU cooler. It's something you don't normally see because it is all white. So like I said, I'm really excited to test it. Of course, I can't wait to get it in a system and get the lights turned on and everything like that. And of course, see how good it cools as well. So this has been our quick unboxing and overview of the Enermax ETS-T40 white cluster CPU cooler. Now make sure you check back very soon on ThinkComputers.org as we'll have our full written review. And remember guys, if you like our videos, why don't you subscribe? Catch you guys later.